Here is my current Instagram board for today. I'm featuring the six Crimson Cranes, and I actually really like this setup, so I decided to film it briefly for my little reading vlog for today. So look at that, eh? Hi, I'm doing a quick check-in. I'm reading XOXO tonight, young adult K-pop novel that I think I've talked about recently. Not think, I know I've talked about recently on my channel. So about 48% in, so I'm gonna read a little bit more about that. It's funny enough, I'm finding that the friendships that are forming in this book a little bit more interesting than the main romance. And then there's a secondary romance that's budding and developing in this novel as well that I find pretty interesting. So I guess stay tuned for that, and I'll probably have a review shortly, probably next couple of days or so, and I'll expand on that a little bit more. Yep, so this is the novel that I was talking about, and I have talked about it a few times already on my channel. Isn't that a cute cover though? So I'm actually at the halfway point, so chapter 22, and there has been some developments in the main romance, but still I'm finding that the friendships are a little bit more interesting, and the main character Jenny and her roommate pretty much started off on pretty awkward footing, and she did something that was kind of a breach of privacy to her roommate, which clearly put them out of sorts. And it's been essentially Jenny getting the cold shoulder from her roommate, but I think they've come to an understanding about one another, and they've kind of mended their disagreements, and it's actually kind of cute seeing that their relationship is kind of developing a little bit. So I'm going to continue reading, and I'll do probably one other little check-in for tonight. Okay, so my final check-in for tonight, I got to chapter 24, so I'm not that much further ahead. But there has been some developments. The lead character, Jenny, and Jae-woo, the love interest, ended up in a super high-speed chase with Jae-woo's manager of XOXO. And they end up in a K-pop showcase where the manager kind of shuffles Jenny off to the side saying, you know what, you need to hide backstage. You can't be seen. Huge high-profile showcase, cameras everywhere. Of course, the paparazzi's there, all the fans are there, and Jenny kind of comes to realization that she's out of her league. This is too much for her. She has to focus on school. She has to focus on being a cellist and improving her performance. And she also has to consider that because XOXO, the K-pop band, has had a pretty major dating scandal that rocked their perception in Korean media, that if another scandal was to happen, it would be disastrous for the group, and they're just on the brink of international success. So they're just there at the threshold, and basically she kind of comes to a decision in her mind that she probably will have to pump the brakes on this budding relationship. So things are actually coming to a head, and they're having a sit-down talk after the showcase has been done, and she's basically just laying it out there saying, you know what, this is not a smart decision for us to continue to engage in this relationship. So it's actually getting pretty good. So I kind of like that. I was kind of iffy on their romance. Like, it's very hot and cold, which makes sense storyline wise because he's an idol and all eyes are on him. He has the attention of the performing arts school that they go to together, and he's just very careful about his image, and he wants to protect her as well. But it can make for a relationship that just doesn't have that, that oomph as of yet. But like I said earlier, I was finding the friendships really interesting, and the secondary romance that has popped up, I thought that was kind of cool. But now with this confrontation, I'm like, okay, I'm here for it. So I'm gonna leave it at that at chapter 24. Probably will get some reading done during my lunch tomorrow at work. We'll see. Hopefully I'll have a review soon enough. But that is it for me tonight.
Yeah, so till the next video, hope you have a really great night and peace.